I had the privilege of filling in for my spiritual father a couple of weeks ago while he was out of town. And I spoke on Ephesians chapter 1. And Ephesians chapter 1 is just such a special chapter to me in my life. And I believe I spent, I would probably say, a whole year just reading over Ephesians chapter 1 over and over and over, nearly every day. And Paul gives this prayer. In this prayer where he says that I'm praying to the Father that he would grant to you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him, that you may know what is the hope of his calling and his inheritance in the saints. And I think for years, even as a young minister, I focused so much on my calling. I focused so much on what did God call me to do? What am I called to do? What is, we hear it preached all the time, your calling, accepting the call. And it was real big, I got saved in 1991, and it was really big, like, have you accepted the call? And we focused so much on our calling. But Paul here is saying, I'm praying that you may understand what is the hope of his calling. His calling. And I looked up this word calling in the Greek, and it has a very unique definition. And this word calling in the Greek simply means this. It means an invitation to a feast. And Paul's saying, look, I want you to understand the hope that is locked up in the fact that you have been invited to a feast. That you have been invited to feast at the table that the Lord has set before you. I'm reminded of Psalm 23, where the Bible talks about how that David said that you prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And I'm so grateful that in this time that we all have been invited to eat at that table. That we've all been invited to eat of all the manifold blessings that are attached to the reason why Jesus came to the earth, not just to rescue us from hell and not to just make sure that our lives are just hunky-dory and everything's just perfect, but he invited us to a feast to eat, first of all, of his goodness, second of all, of his faithfulness, that he is absolutely madly in love with each and every one of us. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. It wasn't because he was mad at the world or upset at the world, frustrated with the world that he sent Jesus, but it was because of his immeasurable love that he chose to send his son. And I just want to let you know today that you are invited to eat of the feast of the faithfulness of Abba. Come and eat today. As they say, come and dine, the Master's calling.